Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mariah Sanctuary. I'm Mariah. Today is on the topic of parasocial relationships and mental health. The information below came from the therapist website in the article Parasocial Relationships How Do They Affect Your Mental Health? What is a parasocial relationship? A parasocial relationship, or a PSR, is a one sided connection that a person forms with a media figure, typically someone they've never met in person. They may view the media figure as a friend, a authority figure, a mentor, or a romantic interest, despite the relationship being entirely one-sided. People in PSRs often feel a sense of intimacy and familiarity with the media figure. This sense of connection may feel particularly strong if the media personality has shared personal details of their lives with the public, creating an illusion of closeness. Parasocial relationships examples. PSRs can develop across different media platforms and with diverse types of public figures or characters. Though they may look similar, there are many types of parasocial relationships. A parasocial relationship might look like a fan having deeply connected with a favorite actor or actress, a person who regularly watches a YouTuber feeling like they know them personally. A child forming an attachment to a cartoon character. Someone who follows a TikTok influencer and who follows a TikTok influencer and considers them a friend. A listener feeling emotionally invested in a podcast host's life. A reader developing romantic feelings for a fictional character in a book. An audience member feeling a strong connection to a news anchor or a TV host. Signs you are forming a parasocial relationship. There are no specific criteria for what defines a parasocial relationship, and having some amount of excitement or adoration surrounding public figures is normal. But there are some signs that your feelings towards a celebrity may have crossed the line into a PSR. The signs include having strong emotional connection to a media figure who does not know you. Feeling a strong connection to them grows as you consume more of their content. Viewing them in a positive light despite not knowing them personally. Experiencing emotional reactions to their successes or failures. Seeking out information about their personal life. Feeling defensive when someone criticizes them. Imagining conversations or interactions with them. Feeling a sense of loss when they're not active on social media or in the public eye. Prioritizing consuming their content over other activities. Feeling like you understand them better than others do. Experiencing jealousy when they interact with other fans or celebrities. If you think your interest in a celebrity may be becoming problematic, trust your instincts. You may want to work with a licensed therapist to identify the patterns that are affecting your mental health. Psychology behind parasocial relationships. Researchers have looked towards the same mental models of real life relationships to understand the parasocial relationship psychology, which helped them create a framework of how PSRs develop. The stages on developing a parasocial relationship include number one, initiation, I think it's initiation, and I'm so sorry if it's wrong. Seeing the media figure for the first time and forming an impression. Number two, it's experimentalization, I think they say it. Seeking more information about the figure by interacting with their content or consuming more media that they appear in. Number three, intensification, cementing your commitment to the media figure. And number four, integration, making your commitment to the media figure a part of your personal identity. Each stage has mental, emotional, and behavioral aspects. Not everyone goes through all the stages, but people can stay in any stage for a very varying lengths of time. How people progress through the stages depends on their individual differences. Although anyone can form a PSR, they're common among adolescents, possibly because of their developmental stage they're in and their tendency to consume more media. Research, research shows that they look towards PSRs to help shape their identity and sense of independence. Are, are parasocial relationships healthy? Parasocial relationships have the potential to be both beneficial and problematic. Um, Ideally, benefits of parasocial relationships can include helping people feel less lonely, improving coping during challenging times, and increasing mindfulness. Um, However, there are also harmful effects. While your emotional investment is real, the reality is that the relationship is one-sided, and you can find yourself spending so much time consuming content about particular media figure that it interferes with your real life relationship and responsibilities. Even if you keep your emotional investment in check, there's still a risk of negative self comparison. In some cases, comparisons can lead to feeling inadequacy or low self esteem. This may be especially true for parasocial relationships with social media influencers who often present um, curated, idealized versions of their lives. Parasocial relationships as a coping mechanism. PSRs may help people cope with feelings of loneliness, but they're less effective than close personal relationships. Um, and if you have a pre-existing mental health condition or unresolved trauma, you may be more susceptible to the negative effects of parasocial relationships. A study of anxious older adults with difficult childhoods found that parasocial relationships with TV characters predicted increased depressive symptoms. Parasocial breakup. A breakup can happen if a parasocial relationship, in a parasocial relationship, if a public figure retires, stops posting online, or generally becomes harder to access. Though it's one-sided, people may experience feelings of loss similar to those in a breakup a breakup or a relationship in real life. How to deal with parasocial relationships in healthy ways. If you think you've formed a PSR that's negatively impacting your life, consider these strategies. Number one, set boundaries on social media consumption. You may want to limit the time you spend engaging with content related to the media figure. Be mindful of how much emotional energy you've invested in the relationship. Number two, replace bad habits with healthy ones. Try to stop constantly checking for updates about the media figure. Instead, engage in activities or um, hobbies that make you happy and help you relax. Number three, cultivate your real life personal relationships. Focus on building and strengthening connections with friends, family, and community members. Number four, practice self-reflection. Examine why why you're drawn to a particular PSR and what's needed to be, why you need it or what you need it to fulfill. And I think this is number five, seek professional help if needed. If you find that your PSRs are causing distress or interfering with daily life, please consider talking to a therapist or a counselor. Today's planned video is on the topic of the gold infinity symbol, and that will be released today at 6 p.m. Eastern. The next fun and scripted live stream will be on Monday, December 1st at 4 p.m. Eastern. The next scripted live show will be on Saturday, December 6th at noon Eastern, and will be on the suggested topic of issues people with asthma face. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.